No, you need to get down from there. You can't be up there. If you're going to be in the room... No, do not bite me, you little monster. Alright. What's up, everybody? What's up, Garrett? I'm not awake yet. Be gentle. I'm also, like... I don't think the camera is going to pick it up, thankfully. I am a little pink and sunburned, and I came home from the event, and neither Chris nor I thought I had been out in the sun enough to... But anyway, I had my bandana on for sweat, but I still got, like, yeah, I got a little toasted, and I could feel it. Like, I could feel that, you know, that kind of tight feel when you get a little bit of a sunburn. Definitely feeling it. But I came home, took a shower, and crashed out for like hour and a half, like 11:30. And I woke up and it was like 1:30, and I was like, "Oh shit, I should get up and do my afternoon stream." Hey, I may need to take her outside. All right, let me get to it. Gyard is in the house. Okay. Do I need to put you outside before I actually start playing? Because I do not need a cat in here. Come here. Dangerous to lay down on the sofa and watch. I know, right? It's dangerous to, I don't go out of the house. I don't go to events very often. And it was a school event for our grandniece. So they organized, it was like, I don't know, it was all the kids, but it was like most of the kids. They went to the baseball field. Like, it's like the fairgrounds kind of thing. And they had like sack races, and like they had a bunch of games for the kids, and then all the parents brought something. Like, we had somebody brought chicken sandwiches. We brought a whole watermelon cut up in ice. A bunch of people made Jamaica water. It was fun, but I am like sunburnt and toasty, and I just grabbed the wrong controller. So let's go do this. This is going to be round 3. It says defeat Prophet. I don't know what that means. First big boss mom. How rewarding. How hot was it? It wasn't that hot like when we were out today. It was probably 80. It was probably like 90 degrees. Because we went in the morning, we left here at like, right after the stream, I think we left at like 8:15. It was only about 85, then probably about 90-ish by the time we left, 95 maybe. But we left the park at like 10:45. But like, the ride back, we rode in the back of the pickup truck in the open sun because, yeah, it's a long story. Anyway. But like, we were out in the sun for probably 20-30 minutes, and that was all it took. I haven't had that much sun in a while, so it was like... My body's like, dude, because I always wear a hat everywhere I go. I wear a hat all the time. And I didn't take my hat today because I knew we were going to the ballpark and I knew we were going to be in the shade. But there was still like 30 minutes of being out in the sun and my face is like, ah! Anyway, a question was asked about how is the sense of progression in this game? So I've already put out my early thoughts video. You can go watch that for more details, video game history. But this right here, every time you go out, you're earning points, which you can spend here to bump up your stats. So even if you die, you're still making progress because you're earning points towards buffing up your stats. So
stay focused, Arjun. We can't afford to lose you again.
Won't let you down, Sheridan.
Thank you. Let's see. Sorry, I said that in Fahrenheit. When we left, it was about 34 degrees Celsius-ish, 34 degrees Celsius. It's about 37 outside right now, Celsius, 98 Fahrenheit. It's kind of warm. Don't know. Can't answer that. I haven't beat the game, so I have no clue about its replayability. I don't play games to replay them. I play games to have fun. And if I very rarely replay games. And usually only big RPGs. Gracias. This is not an RPG, so I do not anticipate this being something that I'm going to be replaying. So. Oh, of course. I wasn't ready for that, man. I got shocked and surprised. Thanks for the Twitch sub, it's Cone. Yeah, I still gotta figure out how to do these things. Haven't unlocked those yet. No, probably no Starfield stream today. Nope. I mean, ask your question, but yeah, no Starfield stream today. back it up. Okay, what do we got here? The quest wants me to go that way. Is it worth doing the 10 variations New Games Plus? Well, the thing is you can't guarantee what variation you're gonna get. So, I mean, some people love the variations and want to see them all. Other people don't care about the variations, so that's just a personal question. Lady Celtic says, where do you get your mods? Just from creation or a trusted creation store? Yeah, there's no trusted third-party system. Like, everything for Bethesda games is done through their creation store. So if you go to the creation store before you start any of their games, Fallout 4, Starfield, Oblivion, Starfield, all those, before you launch into the game, there's the creation store. You go to the creation store, you can find free mods and paid mods from verified creators. Now, some of those mods haven't been updated in forever, so that's the tricky part about that. But you know, generally speaking, if you talk to some, like Bubbleonia has great guides on which mods you might want to use for the different games. Jerome says for PC they're a third party? Huh, I was not aware. I don't play their games on PC. So I know if I play them on console, you can only get things through the creation store. But apparently you can get third party. Get the fuck away. Definitely take the smart rifle. Garrett says there are Nexus mods on the PC. I did not. I guess I just didn't. I don't do any. I don't play their games on PC, so I wasn't aware of that. So I'm probably the wrong person to ask that question to, Lady Celtic. I don't know enough about mods. People in chat are way more knowledgeable than I am. Doak says, I was going to go through the Unity 5 times and call just to do the storyline in one main job each time to make it quick, then the last time do everything. That's an option as well. Oh, something else to think about, Lady Celtic, was, wait, that wasn't Celtic who asked that question. Somebody, the other person, Arprea, asked about the variants. The other thing is, every time you go through, you get a different variant of the Starborn suit. And I think the 10th variant is the black suit, which a lot of people really like. And so there is, I think... some people want to do all of the... some people want to go as quickly as possible to get to the 10th and final variant. So for the suit, and then, so a lot of people will just like burn, go as quickly as they can. And then on the 10th version, that's when they'll do all the stories and stuff, because they don't want to, you know, you're just trying to burn and go through as quickly as possible to get to the 10th variant. I've never done that. So Lady Celtic says, I just like outpost building. That's the cool thing about Starfield. Like, if that's all you want to do, that's what you can do. Just go build outposts. It's great. Why did I stop at the third character on my Xbox? Why did I stop on the third? Because that's just as far as I take so long because I play my game so differently that I'm just enjoying my time in Starfield. I play it like a MMO. I just log in and play it in between other things, and so that third character has taken 600 hours over the course of like 2 years. So like I've never rushed that character. So I've gone through the Unity a couple of times, but you know, it's not like my priority. I just like to play the game. Oh, I hit the wrong button. The best part about being me is I don't give a shit about IGN. I watched their IGN Firsts series. But I don't pay attention to anybody's reviews but my own. Oh, look at that. Another person trying to claim that I'm about to give up on TikTok streaming. I'm at that point where I'm getting so tired of it. Every single time I go live, I get somebody reporting the stream for being pre-recorded because they're whining that I'm not answering their chat. Don't be a dipshit. Don't ask stupid questions. Don't be a fucking troll, and I will actually answer your chat. It's not hard. But if all you do is spam crybaby stuff and talk about how this game sucks, you're a Starfield shill, I'm not gonna answer you. Like, it's so every time I go live, somebody reports my streams for being pre-recorded. It's such horse shit. Nope, get him. I also just had Twitter tell me that I'm like, your account has been flagged for promoting spam content. I was like, so I've got people reporting me on Twitter now. This is the trolls. This is the people who are mad. These are the people who write me the manifestos about how we're gonna spend our entire waking moment ruining you.
The head that never deserved the crown. Prophet of lies. Master of rocked. His puppets jerk on its strings. Broken scarecrows to chase foes from
You
the
can get a
path.
lot of Starfield.
But
Yep.
when it saw me, it retreated. And it let me pass. It is yesterday's king. And I am tomorrow's.
I agree, Gyard. Twitter and TikTok both need to work on the false reporting. Yes, because that would, if they actually gave a shit and, and fought against that type of stuff, everybody's lives would be a little bit happier. I've already given my thoughts on this game. It's in the review over on YouTube called My Early Thoughts and First Impressions on Saros. So if you want to know my early thoughts on the game, you can go watch that video. That's what I make it for.
Jay, you ain't said much about how it's been for you.
What's to say? I was the only enforcer left. I know my job.
Ever wonder why the rest broke and you didn't?
You know what I've seen.
Yeah, and I was there for some of it.
Scar tissue, mate. Or maybe there's nothing else left to break.
Oh, shit. Jason Kingsley just announced there's an Adamfall TV show in the works. So Rebellion has a TV division. Duncan Jones is directing their first feature, which is an animated feature. So Rebellion's BAFTA-winning video game Adamfall is set for a TV adaptation. That's so awesome. Alright, I got sidetracked over on Twitter. Let's get back to this. Can't go through that door, can I? Nope. No, we're getting locked in.
What's your read on Sheridan these days?
She doesn't give a lot away. But as far as I can tell, she's doing better than most.
I'm glad she's still focused on finding the missing echelons.
There's a reason she's the boss.
There's a reason she's the boss. No, I do not want a pistol. Of course you want me to jump down. And the moment I do, I'm gonna get eaten alive. I still have not figured out how to get over across the way. I don't think there is any way to do so. Alright, out the door we go. Oh, fucker. Dude, I hear it. Something's growling around the corner. Oh, shit. Oh, I got it. Ran right into that one. Do I have a key to get past that? Do not. That was, I'm totally wasting that. So my reaction is to aim, to hold and aim. And you can't do that in this game because when you aim, it does your power move. Oh shit, that's new. Yeah, you take that yellow spooge and put it back where it came from. slightly better than what I'm wearing. Yeah, the title's in the description, guys. And also it's been tagged as the category. It is indeed Saros. Observational skulls for the win. Something's gonna spawn here, I just know it. Oh no, we're about to go turn it into Eclipse mode again. Alright, I know where we're at now. If you turn Starfield on easy mode, crank all the difficulty way down, you can go through in like an hour and a half. Hour and a half. But the thing of it is, Priya, is like it doesn't matter if you get an additional universe or not, because you're always gonna get the new Starborn suit. So you could just go through, get a new Starborn through, go through, get a new Starborn through, go through and get a new Starborn suit, go through, do that 10 times, you've got the final Starborn suit. And then you could just spend the rest of if that's what you're looking for. Now, if you're trying to see all of the 10 variants, that's a whole nother story. I believe on PC you can use console command or whatever it's called to choose the 10 variants manually. But I don't know if that works on like Xbox and PlayStation.
The only way forward.
That looks like something that's gonna come alive when I jump down there. The boss was this way, right? I think that's what I'm supposed to do is like...
Where are you? Please, open. Find me.
I'm ready to go get my ass kicked by a boss. Yeah, I've already seen this. I got my ass handed to me last time. Oh, you can't jump? Oh, you can. Shit, I can't see. Can I? No, you cannot block those. What else is left? Okay. Oh shit, those home. Oh my god, that is nasty. So, first round, you gotta kill the bubbles. The walleyes. What's this? So we got a different vision that time. The first time we beat him, we got one vision. Second time we fought him. First time we fought him, we got a vision. Second time we fought him, we got a vision. So I know I gotta kill the eyeballs first. I can jump the yellow, sort of, because he doesn't jump very good when he's in combat, or his
How
jump
long
was
has it been?
limited.
Last vitals logged 2.5 hours ago.
Okay. That's gonna take some it's gonna take some work. The red grass is what makes you not jump so high. See? So there's going to be, that fight's going to be about positioning. I'm going to have to learn the positioning of where the red grass is so I can jump the yellow. I got to shoot the eyeballs. And then after that, there was like, I didn't survive long enough to see. There was a bunch of blue homing balls, which I should have been able to shield had I known that that was coming. Shield against those, and then there's yellow, yellow, and I don't know that you can shield from the yellow. That'll be interesting to try to figure that fight out. Obviously, you have to work your way back to it every time, which is a mild annoyance.
I'm
There's
sorry, Stack, with the ship sabotage.
lots of other stuff we can
You
do.
have new orders.
Please, Sheridan. I'm not supposed to be stuck in here. There's got to be some way to fix it.
Kayla says the engine is beyond repair,
I love how,
even with Primary's help.
yeah, it has nothing to
Your
do with
feet are
Souls
on the
game.
ground, and we have work to
No.
do.
I've been playing games for 35 years, and learning patterns in video games has been a thing since the Mario Brothers days. They have nothing to do with Souls games. Every single MMO fight I've ever done, from EverQuest 1 to EverQuest 2, Lord of the Rings Online, Star Wars: The Republic, World of Warcraft, Destiny 2, every single player game I've ever played, like boss fights, learning their patterns, it's a thing. It's a thing. Has nothing to do with Souls-like. But boss patterns are just, that's the video game thing. You gotta learn the boss fights. Okay, I can't talk to anybody here at the moment. Let's do some more updates. I'm gonna go with resilience, please. Unlocking certain powerful alterations requires Halcyon. Got it? Have you never played a rogue? Have you never played a roguelite Smoothie 156? you're not restarting from the beginning of the level. It sounds like you maybe have never played a roguelite before. That right there is huge. Shield amplifier. Shields can now trap and draw power from corrupted projectiles, which they could not before. That's huge. I have to go around the circle. Oh wow, that's a much bigger skill tree. So, let me dispel something right out of the gate that I saw. Someone says you gotta restart from the beginning. So, the point of a roguelike, like as in this game, I'm gonna grab my notebook because this is a great video that we'll clip out on YouTube. So the point of a roguelike game like this is not that you're being forced to restart from the beginning of the level. So the story of this game, as was the story with Returnal and many other types of roguelites, such as Hades or Hades 2, is that you are meant to go through the game and you are meant to come up against a boss that kicks your ass and you die. And when you die, you generally are going to respawn at a base, such as what we have here. We have this base of operations. And in this base of operations, you're going to have new story elements that unlock every single time you come back. Why did you die? What is the story? How is the story progressing? And while you were out on your run, in this game I believe they refer to it as a cycle, every single time you're out on a cycle, you're gathering data. And you're gathering things and resources. And when you come back to camp in between your cycles, you come here. It's like it's going to be displayed differently depending on the games that you play. Hades 1, Hades 2 is going to have a different layout as an example. But when you come back, you then spend your points and your resources to upgrade your abilities, which makes you be able to survive for longer periods of time while you were out in the world gathering resources. And there are lots of paths to take. It's not just like you only go out and you have to go to the boss, die, come back, go to the boss, die, come back, go to the boss, die, come back. It's not a Souls-like game in that sense. There are many branching pathways, and every single time you go out into the world, the map has been shuffled around a little bit. And in some games, it'll be a procedurally generated map, so the map is going to be different every single time you go. The Hades games, as an example, it's a map where you go out and you have, at the end of each little map, you get to choose an exit point. And you go through that, you clear that map. If you survive that map, you then get the option to go to another map, and you get to choose from like 3 or 4 doors. So the purpose of the roguelite is that you're going out on these cycles not to bash your head against the boss mob and die over and over and over and over and over to learn the mechanics. That's a Souls-like game. Die over and over and over and over and over while you learn the mechanics. There is an aspect of learning boss moves in this game, but if you look at what 95% of the gameplay is about, it has nothing to do with the boss fights. It's about going out into the zone each time that the map clear is there, and you go out and you do the cycles. And while you're out on the cycles, in the case of this game, you're gathering text data points which tell you the story of what happened to the colonists and the mining teams. You're looking for audio logs which tell you what happened to those 2 teams that came before, and also you're going to find references to the people who were on your team that came before and what happened to them. You're finding out more information about the alien civilization that built all the city that you see here, the ruined city that you find, and you're finding all of this data, and you're bringing that data back to this base of operations. And in this base of operations, we have our fellow NPC team members who have more story updates every single time you come back, because you're coming back with more data. And every time you've gone out in the field, X amount of time has progressed, and they have new things to tell you about the game world because they are off exploring and doing things as well. So a roguelike is not more brutal than a Souls game, because it's not about you got to restart from the beginning of the level just because. It's the way that this gameplay loop is set up. Now, on a Souls-like game, you can very much get to the point where you get to the boss mob, and that's it. You're stuck on the boss until you beat the boss. And so the only thing for you to do is throw your head against that brick wall of the boss mob over and 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 over until you learn the patterns. This game is not like that. Neither are most roguelites. Most roguelites, there will be some boss pattern recognition required, but most of what's happening is this is like a traditional RPG. You're getting experience points, or in this case, you're getting these leucinite shards that you're gathering every time you go out, and you bring those back and you spend those in this skill tree. So I have already leveled up through the first tree. What do these things do? Well, they give you additional hit points, increase your maximum armor integrity, which is your maximum hit points. It increases your power weapons and your shields, and it increases the speed with which you gather leucinite, which allows you to earn proficiency, which makes you more powerful. The longer you stay out in the field, the more powerful you become on each cycle. And as you're doing that, you're earning leucinite more and more quickly, more and more quickly, more and more quickly. And then when you come back in between each cycle, you're spending those points in however you see fit. So because I am a defensive player, not an offensive player, I'm not very good at reactions. I'm not good at dodging and all those things. I like to make sure that I take green as my number one first thing that I do. Why? Because I want to be able to absorb as much damage as possible, because I am a shitty reaction-based player, because I don't have great reaction skills anymore. So for me, my priority is making sure that I can survive things. So I like to prioritize. Do not bite my phone, sir. What is that all about? Come here. Come here, Mr. Kitty. You want to come say hi to everybody while we're doing our little discussion? So you don't get to do this in a Souls-like. A Souls-like, you are limited to only bashing your head against the boss mob until you finish learning the patterns. You do not know, you're not going to chew on that. Whereas this game, you go out, and I don't know if you noticed when I just went to go do that boss fight, I had two pathways. I could have chosen to go left, in which case I could have chosen to explore the zone more, go find more points to spend here in this tree, and continue to level up my character. But I chose to go back to the boss and see what it was like the second time. And you'll notice that that second time around, I survived much longer than I did the first time, because this time I had more survivability, which allowed me to learn, okay, I can jump over the yellow things, but I also need to shoot the eyeballs. Okay, let's shoot the eyeballs. I got through the eyeballs. I got to the second part of that, which was the bursts of bubbles, and then I died. And I didn't understand about the red grass this time around, but chat was helping me, because I was like, why am I not jumping very high? And it was because of the red grass. So now I know when I go back for the third attempt, stay out of the red grass, shoot the eyeballs, prepare to block the blue bursts. And what I just got, this is very important. So remember how he shot those yellow bubbles at me? So previously I could not block yellow bubbles, but I just unlocked the ability that my shield can now trap and draw power from corrupted projectiles, which are the yellow bubbles. So now when I go back and face him again, I now have the ability to hunker down under my shield and not only absorb blue bubbles, but also yellow bubbles, because the yellow bubbles before would instantly destroy my shield and just basically kill me instantly. So, would you stop doing that? I can't let you out right yet. I gotta wait till I'm done with this discussion and then we can go outside. So I would argue that no, a roguelike is not more hardcore than a Souls-like. Souls-like games are very much you are forced to figure out the boss, and that's it. This is more like an RPG in the sense, and most roguelites I would argue are, because you are... There are some boss moves you have to learn, but it's also about coming back and buffing up your abilities so that you can absorb, block, and otherwise mitigate what the boss mob is doing. And you do that by going out and doing cycles and cycles and cycles so that you can get more powerful, so that you can face the boss, but you're not forced to do the boss. Like, I can go off and explore other parts of the zone and keep working on buffing up the rest of my skill tree and ignore that boss entirely until I feel like I'm potent enough to do him again. So that is a big difference between a Souls-like and a roguelike in this case. Souls versus Rogue. We're gonna time that out at 55. And 56-minute end. Anyway. Oh, is the internet hiccuping? Could be. I'll be right back, everybody. I gotta deal with this cat really quick. Alright, so that allows me to absorb yellow shields now, which is pretty badass. I couldn't do that before. So... Nope, no advice for gaming burnout. If you're not having fun playing games, you need to find a new hobby.
Got an update for me?
Still chasing that signal. There's a lot in my way.
Sorry to labor the point, but we need this one. I'm worried about Stack and Kayla.
I'll find it. No matter what.
We don't need a cat wheel. They have a big old catio and a whole house to explore. And each other to play with, so...
Stag's so different now. Without a ship to fly, they seem lost.
Stack came here to scout a new world before retiring in the colony. They expected a dream come true, and look what they got.
I see an audio log around here, but it's like up and over. See, I gotta figure out how to activate these things. I wish I knew how to activate them because those are definitely jump pads, and there is an audio log up top there. Oh, I hear. Oh no, I fell.
Kayla does not trust me.
She's been hit hard by all of this.
That's not my fault.
You and me, we're her safety. Then one of us took that safety away.
Yeah. I'll make it right.
Oh shit, we got puppy on the field, puppy on the field, puppy on the field. 8 puppies. So, like, here's the thing. This is something else to point out in that conversation about the roguelike versus Souls-like. So every single time I come through a cycle, I've been to this camp, right? But every single time, there are new audio snippets. So there's more story unfolding every single time you go through. So it's not even the same type of game as a Souls-like where it's like boss mob unable to progress. You can keep going through and pushing the story.
It doesn't upset me anymore. I will show them all how bright I can shine.
Crazy. I have no recollection, John Olegschlager. I don't recall. What's up, Casualty? So there's definitely a turret over there. Nope. Load these up. Oh, I fucking fell. That's not good. I proc something. Where's it at?
User capability
Jesus, that
increased.
scared me. Ah, the voiceover scared me. I was like so immersed, and I was like, "What's the voice saying?" All right, we need to push a little further this way. Wow. So, I was just reading up on, according to, I guess Twitch updated some of their policies, and this is one of the things that got flagged. It said promoting. No, hang on. Where did it go? Posting a message that primarily consists of links shared without commentary so that it comprises the bulk of your posts or direct message activity. So when I post a link to my streams, when I'm going live, it is a YouTube link, a Twitch link, a Kick link, and a TikTok link with some hashtags. I've done that for years. And as of like 2 days ago, all of a sudden my posts are getting flagged as, and I thought it was somebody potentially manipulating and false flagging, but it looks like it might be the system flagging those messages as content spam because it is using a bunch of links without commentary. I'm like, well, what the fuck? Like, that's the point of Twitter. I've had a Twitter account. I mean, it's called X these days. I have had a Twitter account since like 2006. No, not that long. It's not been 2006. That can't be right. Like 2008 maybe. 2017, probably 2008. I would have to go back and look. I've had a Twitter account since then. Not this one, but I have a different Twitter account that I've had since the very beginning, which is still out there. I don't know. Things are getting weird. I think what they're trying to do is they're trying to push everybody to pay for the fucking... They want everybody to pay for an account as opposed to using a freebie, and I've refused to pay up until this point. But the last 2-3 days I've been getting... My messages have been getting flagged. Yeah, they're basically wanting to keep all of the people on their live streams. People want to keep people on Twitter as opposed to being pushed off of Twitter. And I don't multi-stream on Twitter because in order to multi-stream on Twitter, you have to A, be a Twitter subscriber, and B, you have to have a big following on Twitter. Like, it's something like, I think it's like 10,000 followers that you have to have on Twitter to even be able to have the right to live stream on Twitter. So I was like, well, I'm not going to pay for a subscription, first and foremost, just for the right to live stream if I can't even live stream until I have like 10,000 followers. Now, if I had 10,000 followers, I might be inclined to pay for the subscription because you get, you earn ad revenue and everything, but I'm not that big yet. I don't know. It just feels pretty shitty. Like all of a sudden, after years and years and years, I don't know if it's the automated system or if it's people reporting my posts. Considering every single time I'm live on TikTok, people are reporting my posts, I would say I'm more inclined to believe that it's trolls who are purposefully reporting my posts as opposed to the system automatically doing it. But that's just hypothetical on my end. Because I know now that I've had manifestos from people who are like, we're going to do everything we can to take you down. Get you banned. Alright, phone is plugged in. Yep. And shitification is how tech companies earn their money these days. Yep. Alright, now the last 2 times I've gone straight to the boss. I'm not going to go straight to the boss this time. I'm going to go around and just keep gathering resources. I suppose I could see how I survive against the boss now. I don't really feel like I need to, though. I mean, most platforms want you to try to use their site exclusively. That spawned a whole bunch of shit. Oh. Can I blow that down, I wonder? I would hate to waste. It was not a waste. Oh! Okay. It is pretty satisfying so far, Dark Lord. Up! Up! Oh, this is gonna be one of those fights. What the fuck is that up in the middle? Fuck, I'm out of power. Alright, problem is gonna be ads. Yep. Always be moving. Always be moving! Shit! God damn it, he's got me 3 times in a row with that. Get the fuck away. God damn it, we got ads up top. Fuck, the ads are gonna be the biggest pain in the butt about this. Alright, I have never... I don't know that I've faced one of these before. All fucking ads that keep spawning. Oh, did I miss? Fucking missed. Are you shitting me? I got 2 on the field now? Alright, that... I've gotten hit twice now by his jump, and that's never happened before. I'm so screwed. Oh, they got me. But I got a whole bunch of resources that time, which is great. Saros is looking phenomenal. It is.
Not again. Come on, push further.
Oh, there's a new log entry available.
distracted. You need any help?
I'm good, Stack. Just nervous about what's out there. After what happened to Tar.
Arjun and Jerome will keep us safe. We'll be fine. Here, let me lend a hand.
Alright, so we've upgraded the first tier all the way. I want to work on second tier now, probably. Although, this gives me higher level weapons. Nah, I want to go shields. Okay. That's all the shields in tier 2 ranked now. And out the door I go.
Whatever else you find, tracing the signal comes first.
No arguments here, boss.
You say that, but I'm actually out here trying to find resources. That's my primary objective. What's up, Johnny? 17 months of Twitch subscriptions. Thanks for that renewal, Johnny. Good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for the support. 17 months. Almost to that big old year-and-a-half mark. Thank you, Johnny. Oh, I have not seen this one before. So those are running on a cyclical pattern. Oh.
They told me about the city. Glorious and tortured. They begged me to find it for them. They didn't know that I'd seen it too. That I was ready to tear and rend my way to it. What I want. What I need. It waits for me.
Oh, I'm gonna die. Oh, shit. Shit, we got more on the field. Now, this is going to be a platform. I'm going to have a split second to make a decision. I want health. Yeah, I don't have enough time to get whatever was up there. I'll take the weapon. Yeah, reloading with R3 definitely takes some getting used to though. Like, the biggest struggle I'm having with this game is obviously the control scheme, because it's different than just about every other game I play. So as an example, my gut reaction when I play a shooter game is to hold the L trigger to aim better, to like focus fire, to like actually aim the gun, whether it's through the scope or through the sights. Hold the L trigger and then pull the right trigger, right? So that's how 99% of the shooter games that I play work. And then if you just want to fire from the hip, it's only the right trigger. This game, the moment you go into LT, it brings up the power. Now, I could rebind that, but there is no aim feature in this game. So, other than the half pull, which is not useful to me at all. So, yeah. Just a learning curve with a new control scheme. No, get the flying beasts. Nope, get out of the way. Yeah, I've got something else on the field. Oh, I fucked up. Stuck in the box. I'm not going to buy a new controller for the one game that I've ever played that uses control pulls.
Everyone's on edge. How you doing?
Yeah. Look out for the others. I'm fine.
This bridge is home to the most incredible creatures. Marvels of science, maddened and mutated by God knows what. I've seen them tear each other apart, but they leave me alone because they know this whole world belongs to me. Every brick and every beast.
I'll take the missile. have to go see if I get some more coffee here in a minute. Oh, this will be... That's a lot. Oh, Jesus. Okay. Oh, that's new. I don't care about those. Keep the key for later. Okay. Alright, we're about to get to the point where we change the clips. Oh, no, this is where I just got wrecked last time. Fuck. I gotta try to stay away from his things. Big thing will be stay away from the melee bursts. Fuck. Come on. Come on, big boy. Oh, I still got stuck by it. Yeah, I think it's random. Like, it's RNG when you get to them. Like, sometimes they summon... I think it's RNG what types of ads they summon, right? So, like, that time around, the ads were totally... Like, I don't have a problem with those ads. The other types of ads, I was having trouble with. So, there definitely is, like, some RNG... in the spawning of the mini bosses as well. Duxbot says the PS Pro controllers were so cool looking. Man, there's some really cool controls out there overall that I've really never dug into like all the specialty. Like the Xbox has a specialty controller that I've never looked into as well. Did I leave something on the ground up here? I thought I had to choose. Oh no, that's definitely it. Alright, we're getting close to the point. I need to find out where to go. Yeah, we're about to get to the point where we have to turn it over to the Eclipse again. Strider, thank you for the Renfail rant. You're gonna, if you can hold tight for a little bit, I will need to wait until I'm at a safe place. So let me get to the point where I die again, and when I am at the, when I'm back at like the main place after we die, I will be able to be in like a safe place to do the Renfail rant. Different vision. So every time we get a slightly different vision so far. And we have now pushed the world into an eclipse. Enemies are more dangerous. But I have the ability to shield against corruption now. So I just need to slow my roll and be more on point with the shield. And here's where I have a decision. If I go right, it's to the boss, right? But I could also go left, I think. Well, I know there's a boss to the right. Actually, my main quest is wanting me to go to the left. Hitting hostiles slows them down. I don't really care about that. No. Huh, it wants me to go in this direction. So maybe that was, I thought that boss was the prophet. I guess I was mistaken. The prophet is somewhere this way. So let's slow it down and like, you're on for the rest of the night? Alright, perfect. I will be able to. So, oh, it's perfect. It absorbs all that now. Spawned a bunch more. Nope, don't pay attention to those. Don't pay attention. I'm fucking stuck in the corner. Pay attention to those. Get those fuckers. Those things will blow up in your face. Alright, I survived. Holy shit. Oh, that's so cool that I can absorb. Now, unfortunately, I did take a whole bunch of corruption damage, which you can see the tentacles coming off of my back now. But I can also clear it. Oh, that does not. So she told me earlier, this couldn't be broken melee. She said I'm going to need something more powerful to break past this. And I just tried my finger blast and it did not work. Well, my finger blast definitely worked on your mom last night, but it apparently does not work on the door. Man, I have way too much corruption on me. So, interestingly enough, my shield, I still took corruption damage, or I still have corruption on my armor, which makes me wonder, does the shield, it said absorbs it, but maybe I misunderstood. Recoil, increased weaponry. No, I don't want that. I may need to reread. Piercing rounds, can I? Where does it show? Anywhere, if at all. I don't think it does. I think I have to wait till I get back to check what that shield thing did. Because I could have sworn it said it absorbs the corruption, but I still took corruption on my... my overall armor health. Fuck me, this all looks terrifying. Kills restore integrity? Oh, fuck yes, please. Is that all kills? Or only kills with like the missile or something? Oh dude, this is gonna fuck with me really bad right here. You can melee the gold balls? Are there any gold balls around here to try? I have not tried to melee a gold ball. I tried shooting the gold balls. Dude, I have such sweaty palms right now. This is hilarious. Oh, I was thinking about a different type of ball. Never mind, because there's these things on the ground. That I haven't been able to figure out. Whoa! Get the fuck away from me! Fuck, 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 fuck. I just racked up a whole bunch of... Oh, he got me! Oh, Jesus. No! I'm gonna die to this fucking thing. Oh, he got me! No, so I was thinking when you said balls, I was thinking there was these things on the ground that I haven't figured out how to use, but they're definitely like a jump pad. But I haven't figured out how to use them yet. I wonder if you could...
keep coming back?
Insufficient data.
I wonder if you can ever get rid of the death penalty, because the death penalty right now is 50%. I wonder if there's a way that you can reduce the death penalty by like spending points or something, so you're not losing 50% every single time you die. 50% of the resources. Alright, don't let me forget the Renfail rant. I have a Renfail rant claimed. Let me, like, level up first. So, the last few cycles, I've lasted about 25 to 30 minutes each time. And I'm thinking ahead at, like, how does this game play long term, right? And the way that I play games. And I kind of like that if it's 25, 30 minutes each cycle, if that's about how long I could survive for my play style and my speed and my reaction times, that makes for nice bite-sized chunks of gameplay where it's like if I know that I'm going to be sitting down and I've got 2 hours of a stream ahead, I could do 2 runs back to back, go take a coffee break, come back, do another 2 runs, and then we're good to go. Because I've heard a lot of people say this game is really short. I don't know how long this game. How long is Saros? I'm assuming that means if you only like beeline your way through, and some people are saying 12 to 20 hours depending on skill, backtracking, and so on and so forth. Some people are saying 24 to 30 hours. I'm going to be on the long end of that because I am not an elite gamer, so it'll probably be like a 25 to 30 hour game experience for me, which is pretty good. Anyway, let me level up here, and then we'll do the Renfail run. Okay, so I've got a chunk of points to spend. Let's just finish up rank 2. Alright, rank 2 is completely done now. Now, I can't do anything with rank 3 yet. Luke Stevens said it's only 20 minutes long. It's really short. Oh, that's some funny shit. Oh, Jesus. Alright, so that's cool. So if I spend 2,000 points, I can start a cycle with a key. I'm curious to see if there's something in here that reduces death penalty. But you know what? I can't see some of these yet. It won't let me see them. Overload and Overlord nodes. Key junctions in the armor matrix are blocked by Overlord nodes. To unlock these, you must dispatch the Overlords who gatekeep Carcosa. Each grants a potent alteration and access to the next section of the armor matrix. So at the moment, it looks like I could do one more rank, right? Rank 1, rank 2, rank 3, and then you have to defeat one of the bosses, right? So this is the one I was asking about. Shields can now trap and draw power from corrupted projectiles. However, it doesn't say that it blocks the corruption from... Because I wonder if it's still... I need to go out and test that and just sit there and use my shield to block a bunch of projectiles to see if it actually adds corruption to my armor. Sorry, man. The Luke Stevens comment has got me rolling right now. All right. We're going to do our... Let's do this. And then I need to go feed my cats and stuff. So, perfect time to do this. Okay. Dark Lord Strider. We're going to say 152. So, Dark Lord Strider redeemed a Renfail rant over on Twitch for 5,000 points. Is the phrase, a game made for everyone is a game made for no one, true for games of this generation? I've always seen it as a phrase thrown out there for when a game is pushing for newer audiences. I think this is in my mind, this is a very limited POV from players who are locked into a very specific niche of a game. I'll give you an example of this because we're currently seeing this play out in real time with Dune Awakening. So Dune Awakening launched with these grandiose ideas for what they wanted the game to be, right? And they wanted to mix PvE with PvP. And the reality is that not that many people play PvP games. There are niches, there are pockets of where people play PvP games. Arc Raiders is a niche, as an example. Marathon is a niche. Those types of games are niche markets. You will see... He's always talking Bethesda games, he must love them. You will often see this kind of commentary come up with PvP games. Because the moment that a developer starts to modify the game to appeal to the masses, you will immediately see the hardcore gamers say, well, you're ruining the game by making it available for everyone, because now you're watering it down so much that I'm not going to play anymore. It's no longer hardcore. You're making it for everyone. Therefore, no one's going to play your game if you make it for everyone. So the reality is that there is a market for everything, right? That's absolutely true. No matter what kind of game you make, you can find a market for your game. But I can also tell you from having built a few games and specifically built a live service product, an MMO, you want more people playing your game. Every developer wants the most amount of people playing the game as possible. Now, if you're lucky enough to be in a position where your company is financially stable and you can just focus in on a niche and hone in on that niche and still manage to find success, then good for you. A good example of this would be, Arc Raiders is a niche, and they have enough people to support them. Helldivers 2 is a niche. They have enough gamers to play that game to support them and to keep keep things moving forward. But you look at a game like here, let me Google the numbers here. How many copies has Arc Raiders sold? I'm gonna go in this. Arc Raiders has sold, it says, Reddit says 14 million copies. I don't know if that's true. I'm just doing a very quick, I'm not going to trust Reddit. The Wikipedia says, okay, no, the wiki says 14 million copies as of February 2026. That's a solid game, right? That's a solid game. It's still niche compared to big RPGs like Skyrim, which has sold 60 million plus copies. 14 million is nothing to sneeze at, by the way. But it is a much smaller niche than a big open world RPG that everybody can play. This also becomes a thing with and I pushed back on the narrative hard with Crimson Desert. By the way, I'm going to make a point about Dune Awakening here in a minute, because you guys are bringing up the yellow paint and zero accessibility or difficulty options. I pushed back on the narrative with Crimson Desert because you had these people who were like, this is a game designed for hardcore players. And it's like, no, that was never the intention of the developers. And you can see that in the fact that they do, in fact, have yellow paint everywhere. And they have constantly been patching to make the game more accessible. They added new control options. They added a story mode. They've constantly, ever since Crimson Desert came out, they have worked on making the game more accessible to more players. More accessibility means more people playing is a good thing for your game. So I think, the commentary that you asked about, is a game made for everyone, is a game for no one, true of games of this generation? I don't think it is. I think it was definitely more towards the previous generations when there weren't as many people playing video games. But these days, I think that you can find a big enough audience even if your niche is very tiny. Because look at, as an example, Expedition 33. That game was not something you would expect to be, and it's still, like, how many copies did Expedition 33 sell? How many? Expedition 33 sold. 8 million copies. So 8 million copies versus the 60 million that Skyrim has sold, or the, I think, we're in the 40 million-ish range for Cyberpunk 2077. And so Expedition 33 is very niche in that it is turn-based with some other stuff, right? So I think that as long as your game is good, I don't think it matters how niche it is, it can find an audience. But it is true that the more options you have for your game to make it accessible to everybody, the more people are going to play your game. And that's always a good thing unless you're satisfied with having something that's only ever going to go so far. The Dune Awakening thing is, when Dune Awakening launched, it was very much focused on trying to blend PvE and PvP in the end game Deep Desert. And what the developers found, what Funcom found out, is that that doesn't work. Because the PvP audience is extremely niche, hardcore, and believes that everyone who's a Care Bear needs to fuck off and die. And they're extremely toxic, and they are of that old school mentality of a game made for everyone is a game made for no one. And so if you water the game down, or you make it easy, or it's more accessible, they all think that the game is doomed. And that's just not true. But what you have seen Dune Awakening do is shift away from PvP to cater to the PvE audience. Why? Because they want a game that is played by as many people as possible, because they have bottom lines to hit. They have employees they need to keep going, right? They have payroll to make, so they need to make their games accessible as possible. So if you look at the patch that just went live, I think this morning or yesterday, for Dune Awakening, what did they just do? They separated the PvP out, and they said now the Deep Desert is in two portions. You can zone in, and it's an instance now. Previously, when the game first launched, the entirety of the Deep Desert Zone was PvE and PvP. Then they made the top half PvP and the bottom half PvE, and it was risk versus reward. You could find resources in the bottom half, but they weren't as plentiful as the rewards in the top zones where you could go if there was PvP. But now what they've done is they've taken the whole Deep Desert and they've said, this instance is the PvE instance, less rewards, but the entire Deep Desert can be explored by guilds of PvE players playing co-op, and you don't have to worry about other players, which is cool because now you can go into the far deep northern parts of the Deep Desert and see the Great Daddy Grandworm, which is awesome. A lot of PvE players have never seen that because they never wanted to run the risk of going into the Deep Desert that far north to see the Granddaddy Worms. And they separated it out now so that there is a separate instance for the PvP players, where those players who want to go and have the PvP experience can. But watching Dune Awakening evolve from June of last year when it launched to where it is right now, as of the patch that just went live like yesterday or today, you will notice that a game made for everyone is a game that pays more bills. Because Dune Awakening, very much, Funcom has been pivoting to make the game as accessible as possible to as many players as possible, because they want that game to last for a long time. And so they're pivoting away from their original vision a little bit to make the game as accessible to as many people as possible. So if you want to play it PvP, you can. Here's the option. If you want to play it PvE, you can. Here's the option. More options equals more players. More players equals better for the company. More players is also better for the game, because regardless if you are a PvP player or a PvE player, you will be able to find the groups that you want to group with. I would also argue that Arc Raiders would sell way more copies if they would be willing to add a PvE version of the game as opposed to it only being PvEVP. I would go back to playing. I enjoyed Arc Raiders for the first 2 weeks of the game until it became a toxic, sweaty nightmare with burnt peanut people running around and shooting you just because you happen to be wearing a different, I didn't even know that it was a thing. I was wearing a special suit. I liked the colors of the suit, and suddenly I'm getting raided on my channel while I'm playing Arc Raiders, and people are like killing my character because I'm wearing the color that was like the enemy or something. I'm like, I don't even know what the fuck you guys are talking about. I'm just playing this game. And so I don't even want to participate in that kind of stuff. But if you added a PvE mode to Arc Raiders, I'll go back to that game in a heartbeat and play it with my friends and play the shit out of that game, because I love the gunplay, I love the sound effects, I love the visuals, I love the music. I just hated the PvP aspect of it, So I think a game made for everyone is a game made for no one is definitely an old school thing, because the reality is that these days games make more money by being more accessible to more people. And there are exceptions to the rule. There are always going to be unicorn examples that you can cherry pick your data from and say, well, this game was like Elden Ring. Elden Ring was hugely successful and it won Game of the Year and it was a Souls-like. That's a unicorn example. Most Souls-like games do not sell that many copies compared to the difficulty slider, adjustable difficulty games that allow you to have the experience that you want out of the game. So, yeah, it's a great conversation, but I definitely think it holds more weight in the years previous than it does today. The reality of gaming in 2026, as of this recording, is that generally speaking, games want to be as accessible as they can to as many players as they can, on as many platforms as they can be on, to be able to build the IP, build it into a franchise, take the company to the next level. JK says a game made for everyone with options is a game made for everyone except the prats who thinks that games should be made just for them. Right. PvE players keep live service and MMO games alive. Correct, because someone else said somewhere in here, like PvP players they're like locusts. They'll play a game really hard and heavy. Go watch Ninja or Shroud or Burnt Peanut or any of those guys who are, Tim the Tatman and Merc, what's his name? I don't know, Nick the Merc, or all these big dudes who focus on like the PvP games. They go like, I do as well, but it's a little different the way that I play games. But what they will do is they will go hard and heavy on something for like 3 months, and they'll love it. And then all of a sudden they'll get to the end of the 3 months and they'll start saying, this game is trash, this game is shit, the company doesn't know what they're doing, fuck these people, and then they're off to the next one, right? I'm paraphrasing a little bit because they don't all do that, but many of them do. And they'll be like, this game is trash, I'm not playing this game anymore. And they're like locusts. They will swarm a game, consume the game, and then go on to the next one. Now, and they only ever play that genre of games, right? I'm in the variety category. So what were we playing right before this? Aphelion. Oh, by the way, we're actually playing that simultaneous to this. This is like a bullet sponge, bullet hell, roguelite game, right? Totally different from Aphelion, which is a narrative walking simulator with puzzle solving, which is totally different than the Diablo 4 DLC that we're playing, which is an ARPG, which is completely different to Starfield, which we are simultaneously playing, which is a space science fiction RPG from Bethesda, which is completely different to blah, 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 blah. And then, like, we're going to be playing Conan. I just got, like, early access to Conan Exiles Enhanced today, courtesy of Funcom. Shout out to them. That's going to be dropping on the 5th. I'm going to be playing some of that this weekend privately and then getting some videos prepped. We're going to be playing that with Bubblelonia Rising and his team on their private server come the 5th. I've got Lego Batman. I've got James Bond next month. We've got Directive 8020. Like, I will play lots of games because I'm a variety streamer and I like to play lots of different types of games. But PvP players tend to only ever focus on that one type of niche game, and they're just like they're locusts, and they consume it and they move on to the next one, and they consume it and they move on to the next one. And then they rant anytime that the game starts to make changes to make it more casual or more accessible to the other people. Which is where that terminology comes from that started the Renfail rant, the Dark Lord Strider claimed. Because it's really only the PvP players who ever talk about this stuff, or hardcore players. Because I know, like, as soon as they started adding, like, when they went to go add story mode, not even story mode, like the first patch for Crimson Desert, when they bumped the difficulty down, like, I had been posting my boss fight videos on YouTube and also on TikTok and Instagram, and I immediately was hit with, well, the only reason you beat it on the first try is because they patched it and made it easier. I beat it when it was still hard, and it doesn't compare. There's no skill in what you just did because they made it easy for the casuals now. And I'm just like, fuck off. Like, I don't really care. I'm here for fun. Not for you. Astro Dibby coming in with a 2-month Twitch renewal. I couldn't get into Returnal, but man, this game looks good. I'm afraid I wouldn't like the gameplay a second time around. I went into this game knowing that there's a risk for me because it's not my typical type of game. I don't really like. I don't want to say it's Souls-like, but the boss fights are very difficult. But the good thing is that you can level up your character in between the boss fights so that you can get your stats boosted up and be as, have better survival chances. But there is still some aspect of needing to learn the boss fights, and I may eventually bump my head against that and not finish the game, but I don't know. This one was a risk purchase for me. I'm able to do that because of my position of having disposable income, but not everybody with disposable income is in that position. So this is one where I would say, if you're not sure that you would like this, don't spend money on it. Just watch the streams, watch other people. I know Co Carnage is streaming it. I know many people are streaming it, so I would say definitely watch other people, Astro Dibby, and because this is a $70 purchase out of the box. So I would say definitely make sure that you're gonna like it before you spend $70, because that's a chunky price tag. But yeah, that was a good Renfail rant. That was a good one. Am I still streaming Lotro? No. I will occasionally play with my brother and his wife and their kids on Sunday nights, but I've got 1,000+ hours in that game. I don't feel compelled to stream that anymore. I've got playlists with hundreds of videos on YouTube from many years of Lord of the Rings Online and Star Wars: Old Republic, and I do not play those games anymore. Not for me, anyway. All right, I am gonna go feed my cats and give me 2 seconds, everybody. Let me before I do anything, let me go talk to Chris, and then I'll come back and inform you on what we're going to do for the rest of the day. Because our grandniece went home a day early today, so I need to find out from my wife. So just give me like 60 to 90 seconds. I'll be right back. All right, I am gonna wrap here, everybody. She wants to watch a movie tonight, so she's gonna go make hamburgers. I was debating whether I was gonna come back and do another stream after I feed the cats. I was gonna take a break, feed the cats, maybe come back and do some Diablo 4 or Aphelion or something. Tomorrow morning, I don't know if I'm gonna start with this or if I'm going to burn through. We might do some Diablo 4 in the morning. I'm not sure what we're going to do in the morning tomorrow. I'm going to wake up and see, because I got 3 games that we're playing right now that are new. We've got Saros, Aphelion, and Diablo 4 DLC. And I need to burn through Aphelion and Diablo over the weekend because we've got Conan Exiles starting on the 5th. And we're still working our way through Starfield, so I've got a lot on my plate right now. So tomorrow is Friday. I'll see how I feel in the morning. We're either going to be playing Saros, Aphelion, or Diablo tomorrow. So stay tuned for that. But I'm out for the day, guys. Today was a busy day for me. We did 2 streams of Saros today. Thanks for being here. We got a great Renfail rant tonight. We also got a discussion about Souls-like versus roguelites. And I will see everybody tomorrow morning, bright and early, for some fun. And hopefully we should have a really good long stream day tomorrow, because I think Chris is going to be running errands and getting caught up on things. Since our grandniece is home, she went home a day early, so Chris has the whole day tomorrow. I know she's wanting to go run around town and do a bunch of errands, so I will just be streaming most of the day tomorrow. So I'll see everybody tomorrow morning. Thanks for being here. I appreciate everybody with the Twitch renewals, YouTube renewals, all that good stuff. Stay tuned, everybody. I will be doing a big analytics and income report on YouTube for our channel members in the next couple of days. Today was the 30th. So today is the last day of April. It's the biggest month I've had financially and otherwise in 4.5 years of doing this. And a huge portion of that was Starfield, also Crimson Desert a little bit. And I'm going to have a big income report video that we're going to do for our channel members on YouTube, so make sure to stay tuned for that as well. Have a great rest of your day, everybody. Is there anybody, or are any of our community live that we can go raid on Twitch really quick as we're wrapping up? I don't know if anybody's, I don't know if Gray is doing anything right now. We'll see if he is. Cassis Plays is playing. Do you guys want to go watch Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic? Let's go raid Cassis Plays. He is playing Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. So if you're watching on Twitch right now, let's go ahead and raid him. And those of you who want to go watch some KOTOR can go watch KOTOR. And I will see everybody next time.
Smart-mouth aliens. Now the rest of you, get up against the wall before I lose my temper again. What's this? Humans hiding out with aliens. They're Republic fugitives. Attack!
Republic fugitives! By the way, KOTOR 1 takes place around 300 years before SWOTOR. Oh, okay. Throw the grenade!